Hello, students. Now we'll discuss forged transfer, an instrument of transfer which bears forged signature of the transferor is said to be a forged instrument. ओके अगर forged signature हैं transferor के तो this case is called forged transfer. If a transfer is registered on the basis of such instrument, it is said to be a forged transfer. These are the following three repercussions of a forged transfer. Firstly, a transfer of share made on the basis of a forged instrument is a nullity. A transfer of share made on the basis of a forged instrument is a nullity and does not confer the ownership of shares on the transferee. The actual holder of shares remains a member of the company. Actual holders shall remain a member and retains his right to receive any dividends. Okay, and rights भी रहेंगे dividend receive करने के on the shares as he would have received if there was no forged transfer, as he would have received if there was no forged transfer. In case, secondly, in case the company issues a share certificate on the basis of forged transfer and the transferee sells the shares to a person who buys them in good faith and makes the payment for them. ओके ट्रांसफरी सेल कर देता है टू अ पर्सन जो खरीदता है इन गुड फेथ और पेमेंट भी करता है द पर्सन बाइंग द शेयर्स डज नॉट गेट अ गुड टाइटल टू देम and can't be registered as a holder of the shares. But the transferee shall be entitled to claim damages from the company. Okay, can't be registered as a holder, but transferee shall be entitled to claim damages. Okay, not get a good title, not be registered, but claim damage because of its having issued a share certificate on the basis of forged instrument of transfer. Thirdly, the company can sue the person who has received the share certificate on the submission of forged instrument of a transfer and can claim damages. A few cases in this regard are cited hereunder. Okay, this is the study. The case is Barton versus L&N Railway Company. It was held that forged instrument of transfer is a nullity and does not give any right to transferee. Does not give any right. With respect to the ownership of share is a forced transfer. The right of ownership rests with the transferor. Okay, ओनरशिप जो का राइट जो है विद द ट्रांसफर ही रहेगा इन द ट्रांसफरर कंटिन्यूज टू बी अ रजिस्टर्ड मेंबर ऑफ द कंपनी in this case we are discussing. Okay, and is entitled all dividends from the company for the shares. Transfer continue as a member and getting dividends. In the case of Rebalia and San Francisco Railway Company, a verdict has been given that in case a transferee in a forged transfer becomes a member of the company, Okay, this case implies a forced transfer के केस में transferee becomes a member of company and just transfers his shares to the third party who buys the shares in good faith and pays for them. The buyers of shares does not have the right to get himself registered as a member of the company, but the buyer of such shares shall have the right to claim damages. Okay, देखिए, buyer of shares does not have the right to get registered as member, but have the right to claim damages from the company. And now we'll discuss void transfer, where a shareholder transfer his shares and the transfer turns out to be invalid. Shareholder transfer his shares and transfer turns out invalid. He shall remain liable for calls in respect of the shares held by him. Remain liable for calls in respect of the shares held by him. Then, transfer of shares made during the liquidation proceedings against a company are void unless sanctioned by tribunal or by liquidator. जब तक सैंक्शन नहीं हो जाता ट्रिब्यूनल से एंड लिक्विडेटर के द्वारा इन केस ऑफ वॉलंटरी वाइंडिंग अप ऑफ द कंपनी. Okay, this case is void, called void transfer. Thank you.